now we are going to
the Legend Lowdown.
All right. What legend do you have for us today?
This legend was recommended by a dear listener of ours, my sister, Christine.
Hello.
So thank you, Christine, for recommending this topic. She recommended that we do a deep dive into the Bilderberg Group.
I'm so interested in this. I know nothing about the Bilderberg Group other than I looked briefly at the Wikipedia page.
Well, here we go.
All right. I thought you were going to be like, I don't know much either.
Yeah. Well, I don't really. This is kind of like a new topic to me too. Mm-hmm. So what is the Bilderberg Group? Do you have any inkling as to what it could be?
I think it was some sort of like high society type club that there's some conspiracies around.
Exactly what it is.
Okay.
Very well put. So the Bilderberg Group is a private, invitation-only annual meeting of about 120 to 150 influential people from politics, business, media, finance, academia, and technology.
So a once-a-year meeting.
Yes.
Okay.
Once-a-year meeting. It started in 1954. To strengthen the cooperation between the United States and Western Europe during the Cold War. So it started as a really positive thing.
Between what in the United States?
So between the United States and Western Europe.
Okay. Makes sense. Like France, England.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So the meetings are closed to the public and press. So participants speak under the Chatham House rule, meaning ideas can be used but not attributed to any specific speaker.
So it's kind of a group think project.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So would you trust a meeting like this more, Christina, if it were public rather than private?
I mean, yes. I don't know what they do though. So with this, 120 influential people gather once a year and they share ideas.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
What if the ideas they shared were like, how do we make farts less smelly? Or like, how do we get birds to fly lower? It's like really dumb. Anyways.
I mean, that would be wild.
Yeah. So I'm not sure if making this public would help anything.
Well, it matters what they're talking about.
Exactly. But I mean, at that point, putting it up to public scrutiny almost takes the power out of whatever ideas they're trying to use to improve or influence society.
Yeah, therefore it's no longer exclusive, because if it was made public, these discussions, then it's like, oh, George whatever said this. You know exactly who said it.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's a closed door, 120 people chatting, they might come away with ideas, but they're not supposed to share who gave them those ideas. Is that the idea?
Yes, exactly. It can't be attributed to any person, but the group as a whole.
The group. Okay. So the Bilderberg Group, this is our thought.
Yes.
Is it secret who's in the group? Like
some people are known.
Okay.
I can tell you a couple people right here. So these are the people that have been confirmed through my limited research to have attended. So Bill Clinton, before he was president, interestingly enough, Ulf Kristersson, who is the prime minister of Sweden. Okay. Reid Hoffman, so the LinkedIn co-founder, attended one of these from the tech side of things. And you could say another one is Christopher Donahue, so U.S. Army Europe and Africa commander. Yeah. U.S.
and African commander?
So it says right here.
U.S. Army.
Europe and Africa commander.
Huh.
Let's look this guy up real quick.
Interesting. So you get invited to this gathering of what I guess people would call our like thought leaders. Thought leaders. I think that's a.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you just discuss things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris Christopherson is the commanding general of the U.S. Army, Europe and Africa, and commander of NATO's Allied Land Command as of December 2024. Whatever that means.
Okay. That helped even less.
Even less. I'm more confused by that.
That's all right.
So yeah, you just go there, you just talk about ideas. They don't know, at this point, they don't know whether it's positive ideas or negative ideas because it's a closed conference of some of the most powerful people. But you talk. That's what happens, I guess.
And then what do they do with the talks?
Nobody knows.
Okay.
Nobody is closed to the public. If you're not invited, you don't know.
Where does the conspiracy or the legend come from?
So here we go. We got to get a little bit deeper into the history of the topic, and then we'll get to that.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
So in 1954, the first meeting was at the Hotel de Bilderberg.
Oh, the Bilderberg.
Yeah, in the Netherlands. So that's where the name comes from.
Cool.
It was, like I said, organized by European and American leaders. It was intended as a forum for dialogue and not a decision-making body.
Okay, so just to discuss.
Yes. And over time, the guest list has expanded to include tech CEOs, central bankers, military officials, and major media figures.
It's like a massive seminar where you're just supposed to be discussing ideas rather than learning.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's very interesting. So do you think that this is just kind of like networking at the highest level? Or do you think that there could be something else going on here?
I mean, with the release of, whose files the last couple of weeks, I think more than ever, people really believe that there are a evil group of elites that are orchestrating things behind the scenes. So I think anything is possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems a little sloppy if this is where all the evil in the world is coming from.
I wouldn't say all of it, but I'm sure there's some people that aren't good.
For sure.
Some people rise to power or, the top of their field because nepotism, generational wealth, others, through soul, hard work. But there's people that get to certain places because they're willing to do certain things and pull certain strings. So I think there could be a bunch of really genuine good people that go to this Bilderberg conference once a year. And there could also be some super screwed up people, but that doesn't mean that the whole thing is.
Yeah. It's just, it's so hard to put a definitive, is this good or bad on it. Mm-hmm. So a little bit about how the meetings work.
Yeah.
So there is a steering committee. So this is the core leadership group, and it chooses the yearly meeting location. It sets the agenda and decides who gets invited.
Okay, there's this core group of people.
Mm-hmm. So this is made up of influential figures from politics, finance, and industry. They don't know who the group is. No. They have assumptions about who the group is.
It's kind of like the Michelin.
The Michelin man. We don't know who he is.
No, people that go, I don't know what their name is, the Michelin eaters, the people that go to different restaurants to secretly dine, and then they judge the food. And
they dine in secret. They go in the bathroom and eat.
Nobody knows who these Michelin guide, determiners are that go to a restaurant and be like, this is going to get 2 Michelin stars.
I can't think of the name of them for some reason.
Michelin judges, maybe?
Probably a judge the food.
I think there's a more specific term. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like that. You don't know, but it could be this person. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But that 30 to 40 people actually chooses the rest of the influential people who get an invite. Mm. So it's a small committee. Some facts about the Bilderberg Group.
Okay.
It meets once a year in different countries. About 120 to 150 participants, they think, are in each meeting. So there are no official votes or policy decisions. It's purely just a forum. That's what they say. And a list of attendees and topics is usually released, but no transcripts or minutes are published. So usually they let go of the topics they talked about.
Okay.
But none of the decisions.
What are they deciding?
I don't know, but I wonder if one of those topics is farts. So do you think this is healthy for democracy when elites meet like this in private?
I mean, it matters what they're deciding or what if their decisions have any power, or I don't know. I think there's just too much unknown. It kind of reminds me of when you're little kids and you have your little friend group and in your little hideout and no boys are allowed, and it's all the girls are in there and it's oh, the boys can't know what we're doing, but we're not really doing anything. It's just they're not allowed.
Yeah. We're just talking about how they're not allowed.
Exactly. So I don't know what they're, I'm not offended by it. It just matters if they're actually deciding things that could affect culture.
Yeah. It came from a really positive place. It was during the Cold War or shortly after.
They were trying to build connections.
Yeah, they didn't want it to fall apart into war anymore. And so they wanted to make this a positive experience where they strengthen allies.
Yeah.
Or the bonds between allies. But now it seems that the public is, not just the public has turned this into a conspiracy about what goes on in these meetings. It's all negative, but it's also they've allowed some pretty weird people in probably, and some people that aren't so great, and some people that are just there for their money. Most of them are there for their influence, and that comes with money a lot of the time. So it's tough to say whether these people are moral, immoral,
right,
good, bad, right, wrong. It just kind of is.
Yeah. Well, it seems like it's kind of at this point more a tradition that's it's defunct in its outcomes or benefits. Because now you just call up this foreign leader, you tweet at them. There's so much social media. There's so much more connection among different people than there would have been during the Cold War.
Totally.
And I think we just have a lot more open dialogue. Therefore, it's probably a pretty harmless gathering.
I would think so.
That probably just doesn't really affect much of anything. It's just a big networking event.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
If anything good or bad happens from the Bilderberg conference, it's not at the Bilderberg conference. This is where you meet the person that's really bad that you're going to go do bad things with.
Right.
Or the person that's really good that you're going to do good things with. But I don't think anybody's dumb enough to be this is where we hatch our plans.
Right.
Where the public knows.
Yeah. Well, it's just way too many people, 120, 150 people to keep things a secret if there's anything substantial being discussed.
Yeah.
It's not like the Bohemian Grove where it's these elect group of, not elect, what am I trying to say? A select group of elite men who gather in the forest and you take vows and stuff.
I don't know anything about
the Bohemian
this.
Grove.
You gotta do a topic on this.
Oh my gosh, gotta do a topic on this. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, that actually is a group of bad people.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's much more. It's a secret society, whereas this is just Elon Musk might get invited because he's the richest guy.
Yeah.
And nothing's really going to happen other than this one guy, Mr. Military Commander of the U.S., Europe, and Africa is it'd be great if you could get Starlink into Sudan,
Yeah,
I don't know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But the public seems to think that there's a myth surrounding the Bilderberg Group, at least, that it's a secret world government.
Okay.
And that they're hiding in plain sight.
That's silly. Unless it isn't. So? Well, I don't know anything other than what you're telling me.
Same.
So there could be a lot more validity to people having a reason to think this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Overall, gut feeling, I don't like it because I don't have eyes on it. But, I don't necessarily think that this is what we should be worried about.
Yeah. Well, and also the fact that they'll post or release here's some of the people who talked and the topics they talked about. It's not it's not secret. It's just you're not invited. It's more exclusive than secret.
Yeah.
So I'd be more concerned if it's nobody knows any of the people. And yeah,
I'd be more concerned about the secret meetings that come from this the networking that happens at this meeting. Maybe all 150 or get together and they're all right, we're here to decide where our next secret meeting is going to be. And then they all leave and go to that real secret meeting.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the different
too
levels.
Public for anything
for all
terrible
150 of them to be co-conspirators.
And it's really not very clever to have all 150 people who are evil in one place at the same time or good in the same place at the same time. It's just poorly done if it's really a conspiracy or really a world government control thing. I think it's probably just a historical group that's gotten bigger and churned into more of like you said, a networking event.
Yeah, and it probably was more beneficial and needed for society back in the day to actually connect, during a turbulent time in history.
I would think so.
Yeah.
So that's what I got on the Bilderberg Group.
Interesting legend.
Yeah.
So the legend is And part, it's real that this group gathers, but the legendary part is that, like, is there something else secretly going on?
Is there something else happening here? Huh. Yeah. And we can't say for sure yes or no. Again, I don't like it. I don't like it. But that doesn't mean it's bad.
Yeah.
It's like football. Mm-hmm.
At least it's just once a year.
Yeah, that's very true. Thank God.
Cool. Interesting topic.
Thanks, baby.
Well, I hope, Christine, that Caleb did that justice.
I tried my hardest. And if I didn't come to the conclusion you like, well, that's because we're two different people.
Well, we'll have you on. We'd love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fun.